guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a regular subby. I don't have my lights right now because I was just trying to film this really fast, so let's get into this. Episode 2 of this current season of The Bachelorette. Yeah, wildly enough, a lot happened considering it's only 2 episodes in, but I don't really understand the time span of everything, but let's just get into my notes and what I have. So, the episode had just barely started, and Dale's name was the first thing out of Claire's mouth, as expected. Everyone's kind of just like on their toes, but also like we're not surprised when anything has to do with Dale because, again, all the speculation about whether he won or like whatever really would happen with that because everyone assumes that they've been talking before the show. But yeah, like it was just Dale, 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 Dale. Although Blake was the one who messaged her, Blake N was the one who messaged her before everything, but he is the one who just mesmerized Claire, and that's all she's thinking about. And it's just like, all right, man, yeah, we just wrap the whole season up at this point. But yeah, that's like the first thing that I pointed out or that I noticed. During the first date, she had to like do like a little riddle. I don't know if this is like a normal thing for every season, but she gave something about I'm looking for a guy who's seeking for my heart, and then had 10 men on the first date. And then again, it's a lot of people, one girl, like one suitor, you know, whatever. So I guess you have to do a lot of group dates, but she's like, I'm just trying to imagine a first date with like 10 other competitors or 15 other competitors or something. I'm like, that's just a lot. But surprise, surprise, Dale's in, has to be in one of them. He's in this one. And I'm like, if you're in a group date with him, then it's just him and her, and you guys are just there, just like for entertainment at this point. But it had to do with love languages. It was super awkward seeing everyone trying to do this like thespian, like Shakespeare kind of like professing thing. She's like kind of like on a pedestal in a way, and they're all like giving their love to her. Again, it's been like a couple days in front of everybody else, so you have to like say your little speeches about her in front of everybody else. So it was just like, this is just super awkward. Again, this is the show, this is how it's going. Everyone's going one by one, telling her how they feel, basically. And by the time Dale comes up, because you guys know I'm going to mention him, she is cheesing. I don't even think he said a word yet, and she was literally just like just the biggest cheesing look on her face, because again, this girl's already like sprung on this man at this point. After the commercial happened, the men were running, and I was screaming, because I was like, this is the scene where like in the trailers they're making it seem like this is the men running out or leaving to like protest against Claire and stuff. No, they were running for a challenge, but the producers made it seem like they were running like, I don't know, in anger. So good on the producers' end, because I was like, wow. But they had to find objects in their room and like, again, give it to her as a gift of some sort or make it seem like a gift. And I was like, okay, whatever, what's going on. After that, they had like a physical part, like, you know, like a love language is physical touch. And it was super awkward watching her with Dale, because she's like, ooh, I know who this is. I know who's this scent. Although she said about someone else also. But it was just so awkward. Like, I don't know, I was trying to like pretend like I was doing the feeling part, but it was so weird and cringeworthy, and I can only imagine being the other guys in the room watching them. And I'm like, are they not onto them yet? Are they not onto the hunt that he's up here? And they're still trying to get to know her at this point. But after that, I guess like after the date happens, there's like the time to like try and talk to her one-on-one. And it was super awkward. It was so awkward. Like all the guys are sitting there and she sits down like, hey guys. It was silence. And like I was like, what is going on? And then Dale cheesing, they're sitting there. I don't really know if it was like a miscommunication, like they were supposed to jump up, like that was expected, or like she just assumed they were going to do that, or is it just like when they knew? It was just like so much confusion because she was just so offended. I don't blame her because I was watching and I felt awkward because after staying for a second, Bennett stood up and was like, let's talk, let's have like a little one-on-one. And Claire was not able to get over the silence. She was not able to get over what was going on and, like, I guess being offended and embarrassed in that way, that she felt the need to go back to the guys from the first date and say, like, hey, y'all, like, I was not liking how that went. I expected you guys to actually, like, essentially fight for me and, like, make it known that you wanted to talk to me and pull me for that one-on-one. And they all like, no, 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 I'll pull you now, I'll pull you now. So it's like she was begging for them to do it in that way, but also, again, it was kind of too late. And they're all giving their spiels and stuff. And then here comes Dale saying, like, I am hurt that you were hurt. I feel so bad. You are my number one. Again, she's the only girl there. I'm over, I think it's when he's like, I'm over the moon for you, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I'm on cloud 9, all these things. And that's when Yosef was like, I'm going to try and speak on behalf of everybody. You're crazy. You think everyone's not here for you. And then, like, I think it was Riley spoke up and was like, I don't need you to speak for me. I'm fine with that. I'm fine that he like kind of counteracted Joseph's thing, like, don't speak on behalf of me. I don't really know why I didn't stand up, but don't speak on me, especially because Yosef was tied to the drama that happened in the first episode. So I went on to be like having that guy speak for me and everything else considering what's going on, and she was upset. So I'm like, let me handle my own affairs. Don't speak for me. And like Yosef was kind of like extreme to even say like you're crazy if you think we're not like just admit that she was upset or just take it in. Like don't acknowledge that she was sad. Don't dismiss her feelings or her emotions. Like that's the one thing you shouldn't do to a woman. And here he is like, you're crazy. We think you didn't stand up, and that's what she wanted. And she let you know. So moving forward, just know to stand up and try and like make it know that you're into her. Don't try and dismiss that. But then bear in mind, Bennett is in this room by himself, and Dale is like, hold on, let me pull you aside. So he pulls her aside. Where was Bennett? I don't understand. That the producers, he's like, hey, Claire moved on to Dale. He moved on to Dale, like she's not coming back anymore. Or did she have a point to be like, hey, I'm not coming? Like it was just super awkward because she not only went with him because he actually did pull her, he was the one who did it, goes and scolds the other guys because she couldn't get off her mind, goes off with Dale and forgets him, and then is cheesy with Dale. I think they make out or they kiss or something, and just super super happy and stuff. After that point, it was said that Jason got a card basically meaning that like he got the first individual date after everything, and Blake M was looking sullen and sad and was like, wow, like all right, like considering he had like a really good jump start the previous episode because he messaged her about her mom or something before the show had started. And I'm like, he just looks so sad. I'm like, is there mixed signals? Because I mean there's a lot of men there, so I could understand that there's mixed signals, but still like I don't know, it just like seemed like a lot of emotions already. Everyone's having their individual dates. Riley and Claire slow dancing to no music. I was like, all right, it is what it is. And then she gave him the red rose. So again, Blake had more reason to be upset, I guess. I'm low-key happy that Riley got the rose because it'd be super boring if Dale got it the entire season. Again, we could have already had this hunch about him. So if it was just him over and over and over getting the individual time and the red rose and the first impression, it would just be like, this man won the whole season. Why are we watching this? We already know about it. So super interesting on that. Yosef said it was hot-headed and immature of Claire that she was mad about the other guys not giving her attention. Yeah, this man is just ungrateful that he even got a chance to keep going on considering the drama that he was involved with the first episode, that Tyler C, who probably was onto something. So I wish we would have kept him. But Yosef is just, I don't know. Like I'm just not into him. Jason and Claire got their first date. They wrote a letter to their younger self. They were screaming to let emotions out, were breaking things, letting go of demons. And I was like, the way that this Jason guy kept talking about his inner demons and his old self and letting go and how he doesn't want to let anyone in, it gave me off some weird vibes, to be honest. Every time he's just like, I just don't let people in, and I'm a heartbreaker, and I don't mean to be, but this and this, but I have some dark stuff. I'm like, did you do something? Like, what did you do in the past? That's like, I'm sorry, that's just what I got from it. I don't know him, obviously. But it was just like, I don't know what he keeps referring to. This is a weird date. This is a weird first date. I just, again, breaking things against rocks and shouted them, let go of the demons, read some letters to their younger selves and stuff. I'm like, whatever. He expressed kind of that it was about his family, and I'm like, all right, he's being very vulnerable, super fast. But I guess you have to on these kind of shows. I don't know. That's like what happens. At the end of the date, she asked if he would accept the rose, and I was like, do some people not accept the rose at the end of the date? Because that'd be super awkward to like have a good date, maybe, and then like, no, I don't want this rose. It didn't go well. Like, this rose thing is very significant for the Bachelor Bachelorette. I didn't know that until now, but yeah, they just give them out all the time. And then she burned her dress. That was her tactic of letting go of the past. I was like, you carried this dress around for like 6-7 years. I think that's when she first was on The Bachelor. Decided to bring it with you on the season just to burn it for. Girl, just leave me with that. You could have done something else with that dress. But the second group date was, I'm looking for a man with balls. I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. They start playing dodgeball, grown men. And then she is like, I wanted to be strip dodgeball and you guys to get stripped down. I'm like, would this fly if it was The Bachelor? And he said this about girls, because I know people would have roasted it if it was a man saying this. I'm not trying to really play these like gender slash like sex cards, but it seemed kind of, I just don't think it would have happened if it was The Bachelor, just saying. So, I don't know. But, like, it just also seems dangerous. So, if they're stripped down, a ball hits something, I just know that that'd be pretty bad. So I'm surprised that even happened. I mean, I doubt they would say no to her if she suggested it, but it was even wild that she suggested it in the first place, if that makes sense. Um, Almost everybody was able to laugh about them being their jock straps, except for Bennett, the guy who came with that scarf, I think, the first episode, and then Yosef, because Yosef has the bad, worst mood of everybody for whatever reason. He's just not having it being here. Who knows? TV's maybe not for him. And then Blake M. He was the one who texted her, Instagrammed her before the show, and was just like about not getting like a rose, winning, being on the winning team of the dodgeball. Like he was just like, I'm just so upset, and I got down and naked for nothing. Like I just don't understand. Like it's just very down the dumps. I don't know if he thought that him messaging her on Instagram was going to give him that much leverage. Maybe, who knows? But he was just down. Like I need to get dressed up. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. And then in the second group, Easy did what Claire basically wanted the other men to do in the first group. He pulled her. He's like, I'm going to pull you. And that's what she wanted. So it was really good. Maybe he got that good first impression on that group. And, or for her, you know, and like he pulled her and they were talking and stuff. So I'm sure she was super pleased because that's nice. She didn't have to like beg them or ask them to like pull her aside. And then when she started to talk to another guy, because you know she was having her individual things with that second group who won, it was, sorry, this is the only way I can identify him, the guy with the straight jacket, because I remember his face. Blake M decided to crash the party. I guess like there's her little suite area. I guess they know where it's at. He crashed that considering he was on the losing side and was like, hey, straight homeboy with the straight jacket, can I pull her? And I was like, okay, I don't really know what's gonna go on. And homeboy was like, didn't you lose? And I was like, all right, how old are these men? This is a lot. This is super awkward. I don't even think I would have had the balls to say that, the whole didn't you lose thing, because again, is it like really a I mean, woof, that was so awkward. Super awkward, super awkward. But then I think it cut to commercial, and then it shows the men, like they bombarded the date, like, what's going on? He lost this thing. Why is it like, it's just like very school age, considering that most of these men are like 20s to 30s, and they're like, this isn't fair. He didn't win it. Why is he here? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is so awkward. I don't know where this is going to go. And then she's like, hey guys, I'll like resolve this out. I'll come back to you guys, because you know that's true. You guys did win, and like this isn't fair to you guys. Homeboy tried kissing her, and she literally like fully, not even like like she didn't like tilt her head. She pushed him away. I said, this is how this episode's going. This is why it's 2 hours, because there's a lot going on. And this is super cringeworthy. And it was just so bad. It was so bad. I felt for him. I was like, this guy's going to go home this episode, because like why, that's like going to leave a bad taste in both of y'all's mouth at this point. So then she goes to her next individual date within that dodgeball group who won. And this was the jaw dropper of the whole situation, basically, even though a lot of stuff happened. His name was Brandon, and I know it was Brandon based off what happened, because she's like, hey, so you signed up for the show. What made you want to sign up for me? Yeah, I just signed up for the show. Okay, it's like, what did you like about me? I mean, I don't know you, because like it's like it was just super awkward. And like I saw people on the timeline on Twitter saying like, he, in his defense, he's not going to know anything about her because he just, like, this is the second episode. But there are people who literally come on like, when I saw it was you, I signed up immediately. So kind of like, is he admitting he just signed up to sign up? He didn't sign up for her. Like, he was just like, the thing is, he didn't even have anything to say. It was just silence. And it's like, he was curving it. And he's like, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't know you. Yeah, she was just like, at least like, tell me something you like about me. I don't even think he actually gave anything. If he did, it was probably like a very rushed, thought out, last second answer. So I'm like, this is so bad. Like, every scene, things get worse and worse. And I'm like, this is so awkward. When it got to the point that she was like, I'm sorry, I must have sent you home, because there's people who I have strong connections with, and I just don't see this progressing, which, good for her, because I guess if she's sprung off Dale, imagine you have this man who can't even give a reason why he signed up. I don't blame her. So it is what it is. She's a grown woman, so let her do her, and she knows what she wants, apparently. So he got literally sent home. But then, like, fast forward some scenes and stuff, people were trying to, like, speculate what happened to Brandon, because it happened, like, in a closed room, so no one really saw or heard the interaction of what happened. And someone's like, I think this is what happened. And Yosef, here comes Yosef again, he's like, if I was Brandon, I would have said, I liked you a lot more before you humiliated me. It seemed classless. I saw a lot of red flags, and I left a bad taste in my mouth. Like, Yosef is just not feeling her. At this point, I'm like, have you even spoken to her one-on-one since anything? Since the situation where she basically saved your ass, and then, yeah. Like, I'm curious to see. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be the one who like kind of calls her out about her age or something, and then like I don't know, everything just blows up. Uh, so that happened. Like he's kind of talking about with the guys. He doesn't say this to her directly, by the way. And then after, when the rose ceremony was about to happen, is what it looks like. She pulls Blake in, and all the guys are like, I hope he's gonna get sent home. The last time she pulled somebody, Brandon, he got sent home. So this might be the last of him. I hope he gets sent home after what he did. Like I get it. He wasn't on. I mean, they have to understand that there's 20, 30 men that they're competing against for one person. You only have so much time individually. So he tried to do what he needed to do, and in the end, she kissed him and gave him a red rose. Here she was again, like, I am so happy you did that. I'm so proud that you did that. That was so bold. Like, I don't condone or condemn you about that. And like, the way she was about going into it and pulled him aside, I thought she was gonna make him leave too. They all like it was just the same consensus. Like it just seemed like a very cold, somber tone for her to just give him a rose and then keep him. And when he came back, everyone was livid. They were just like you're keeping him? Is this what's happening? And I don't really think he said anything. He just was like, I mean, he's happy. He's staying. And then after all that drama's going on, I completely forgot Dale was even in the show, considering I've just been name dropping him this whole time. But she pulls him to the side and just says it's him. She really likes him. She hasn't forgotten about him. And he's saying how he wants to get every date with her and he wants to win it. Yeah. And everyone, and like, I think it was the trailer. If not when she pulled Dale, they're like, Dale's getting all the attention. Dale's this and this. There's rumors that they were talking before. So it's kind of interesting for them being in the house and away from all the buzz. Because I thought that buzz came out after the show got cut short. So it's kind of interesting that they're onto that, or they kind of already knew. Like, I'm very confused if they knew that stuff. Like, where did they hear the information that he possibly was talking before the show? Or it's just obvious. I don't know. But that was my review. Maybe I need this open for like the light on my face. But that was my review. Yeah, I'm interested to see how much longer the season's going to be, or how much longer it's going to be with her before they switch up the Bachelorettes, allegedly. So let me know what you think, what you thought of the episode. Comment down below. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more content. But